Hello everyone, Madeline Dale here. I focus mostly on books and authors and sharing more about myself through my work. Watch some of the interviews I've done with different authors. I love chatting with authors, love talking about their work, love talking about my books and about self-care and many other topics. There are so many great authors out there in this world that are waiting to be found. But what I love to do is chat with them, sit down, have a good cup of coffee, and just relax. I love to bring the authentic part of authors out to viewers so they can meet the real person behind the book. So make sure you check out a couple of my interviews. If you're an author or a creative watching this, reach out to me. Maybe we can set up something and I can interview you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to This Week in Indies. I'm your host, Joe Compton. Thank you so much for joining us. We have kind of an interesting and different approach to our show this week. I was asked, very humbled to be asked to break some news this week, and we have the newsmakers right here with us.
Isa McLaren. I'm a crime fiction writer, and I have 2 burglar cats, and I live in North Carolina where the weather changes daily.
Hi, I'm Rebecca Jonesy. I write romance and urban fantasy, and I'm dabbling in fantasy right now. And I also live in North Carolina, where our weather changes by the hour.
So we are now officially Three Furies Press.
That's awesome.
Yay!
Congratulations.
Our mission is to produce high-quality books in several genres and support our authors through editing, marketing, and publishing services. We're really excited about all this, and we already have our publishing calendar filled through May.
We've had enough conversations where people should know about Three Furies Press and that idea. And if you don't know about it, go back and look at those, and you can visit their website and talk about it. But talk about where you are now. How has it been going at this point in its inception, and where you are currently, and how you feel like you've grown and created something?
Yeah, we're doing really well. We've been in the black every single year, which I think is really rare. So we're turning a profit, and I'm really happy about that. We're paying our authors. We had a great third and fourth quarter last year, and I sent out huge checks. So our authors are pretty pleased too.
Nice. Is there a direction you want to take it that you haven't looked at so far, that you haven't explored, that you're interested in moving forward with?
We would really like to expand. Right now we're doing about 20 titles per year.
Mhm.
And with our workforce, that's pretty much all we can do. So
Yeah.
I would very much like to expand so we can do more and still keep up the quality.
So what are some of the lessons that you've learned over the last 3 years that you feel like have helped grow the business?
Well, we've learned how to streamline our process from the time we get a submission through publication. It's faster and easier now because we know a bit more about what we're doing. So that's really helped us a lot. We've been growing our social media presence a little bit, and that's helped. We've refined our editing style guide so that things are more consistent. Of course, if the author themselves has a particular way they want things formatted or punctuated, we're going to go with that.
Mm-hmm.
So there is some deviance in that, but we always try to be consistent.
What is it about working with authors that you really love about?
I like hearing or reading, I guess, the unique voices of our authors. Each one is very, very different. We kind of specialize in first-time authors and helping them develop their voice and helping them learn what makes a better read than other things and how to hone in on their audience. So, and I'm very much a people person, so I love working with authors and getting to know them.
How is it? Has running a press helped your writing at all? Do you feel like you're a better writer because you've been doing this?
I would like to say yes, but between the pandemic and the workload, I haven't actually done much writing lately. I am supposed to have a book come out later this year, so fingers crossed I get more work done on it.
What are some advice you would give to writers who are seeking a publisher? What do you think is the most important thing that they should be preparing for?
I think the writer's voice is the most important thing. So figure out what parts of your personality you want to come through, how the words you choose help set the tone and work within the genre. And also, as an editor, I gotta say, learn how to punctuate. I spend a lot of my time fixing punctuation.
Yeah, I'm guilty of that too. So I can't help you there. So I'm just gonna make it more.
Editors are supposed to take care of a lot of that, but
Yeah.
it's just so much easier if the writer knows where the period comes in relation to the quotation marks
Mhm.
and how to work dialogue tags.
At what point do you think that they should be seeking publication? Should they have a couple drafts done beforehand? Do you feel like,
Yes.
yeah?
It should be as good as the author can make it.
Mhm.
Read it over, get someone else to read it over if you can, and just make sure there's no glaring edits or errors in it. So, yes, our job as developmental and line editors is to help you through that process, but let's not start with a first draft there.
You guys run the gamut as far as genres go and what you're looking for. And I mean, is there a specific genre that you guys are looking for that you haven't found yet that you're hoping some people might?
I want more crime fiction. You
Nice.
and I are the only ones who write crime fiction right now. So I really want to see more of that. We're pretty heavy on fantasy and urban fantasy. So to get more of that, it would have to be outstanding. And we've got a whole stable of authors that pretty much keep us covered with that. And most of our authors are repeat authors. They're published 2 or even 3 books. Of course, Rebecca is on book 7, I think,
Yeah.
finishing up her Mab's Doll series. That'll be coming out this summer. Authors shouldn't compare themselves to someone as prolific as Rebecca. You
Right.
write at your own speed and make it good.
Right, right. Yeah, for sure. And you're not afraid of series at all, right? If they
Oh,
have a
no,
series.
it's great. It helps you build your readership. People look forward to the next one. And every time you put out another book, the first book in the series sells better.
Nice. I'd be curious to give some insight into looking at your publishing schedule in the future and what you're going through right now. Give some insight into what a day in the life of a publisher kind of looks like for people.
Every week we have a meeting and go over where we are in the pub schedule, what's due to be edited in the various stages. We have developmental editing, line editing, and then proofreading. And we provide this for the authors.
Mm-hmm.
As a hybrid publisher, you don't have to pay up front for that. We take care of it. We take care of the cover, and our staff get paid in royalties. So we check to see where we are on that, what assignments need to be handed out. And then Rebecca and I work really well as a team together. So we just kind of do the things. And I set aside 1 or 2 days a week to do the behind the scenes stuff, the financial things, memberships in our various organizations, and taking care of all the taxes and whatnot. And I do all the royalties. We do have a royalties manager, but I'm the one that kind of finalizes it.
That sounds like a lot. And then you have to promote on top of that social media and doing
Yeah,
all that stuff.
that's the part I struggle with, finding the time to do that. Most of the time when I'm on social media, I'm promoting me instead of the company.
Right. Which is understandable because you got a book out there, but people need to know about it, right? So, is that something that you would tell young authors? Is that even if they don't go with you as a publisher, if they go abroad to another publishing, even the mythos of the big 5 has kind of dissipated with the idea that you're not going to do any work, you will be doing a lot of work. And is that something that you're really keen on right up front with them? Is look, you're going to have to do some promoting to get through this.
Even the big name authors do a lot of marketing.
Yeah.
But yes, I tell our authors to pick 2 forms of social media that they're comfortable with and build up a presence there. Do not start out promoting your book. Start out being friendly and helpful, interacting with people, retweeting other people's book promotions, and sort of be nice. And then as you gain more followers and views or whatever, then you can start promoting. But make sure that the balance is about 20% promotional and 80% helpful.
We just witnessed a sandstorm with Brandon Sanderson, who is one of the biggest guys in the world, doing his own promoting for something he's doing really huge right now. So if he's got to do it, everybody's got to do it, right? So.
Yeah, and I'll drop a couple other names. John Scalzi and Chuck Wendig both do a lot of, I see them regularly on Twitter promoting their stuff. And it's 80-20.
Yeah, for sure.
With Wendig, it's like 75% pictures of his pets.
Hey, whatever works.
Pet pictures get you a lot of traction on social media.
So I'm curious, you're looking at the future of publishing as we talk here. Draft to Digital and Smashwords have come together and are now
we're really excited about that.
Are you really? Yeah.
Yes, we are really excited about that. Competition for the big A, right? So
yeah. Is that a big challenge for a small publisher, is to try and find their way through Amazon? I mean, you have to use Amazon. It is part of the. It's part of.
And they don't make it easy.
Yeah.
They are honestly prone to, once you have a pre-order up, and this happened a bunch in the last 2 weeks, the pre-order just disappears, and it's gone, and you lose all the pre-orders you had, and you have to put it back up again. And it's a real pain. They will get rid of ratings. They're like reviews and ratings that people know they put on there, and they just disappear. There's a lot of things like that. They also pay poorly in royalties.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. They take
We
a lot
get
of that.
more from Draft to Digital.
Mm-hmm. So them expanding your reach is helpful as well.
Yes, very much.
What are the future plans for Three Furies Press? What do you look to the future to see? Is it audiobooks? Is it getting out there more in like conventions? Where do you feel like Three Furies Press can go from here?
Well, honestly, the pandemic hurt a lot with being able to do book fairs and things like that.
Right.
So we're hoping that will come back a little more. I would love to do audiobooks, but it's kind of cost prohibitive, especially for authors to do themselves, and even for us as a company. I would love to be able to offer everybody an audiobook, but nobody wants to hear me read all of these stories. I do terrible accents.
I doubt that. I think that would be kind of neat, but
no, my accent wanders around Eastern Europe and ends off somewhere off the coast of Ireland. It's terrible. And if I do silly voices, I sound like a duck. Too many years of reading children's books.
Tease us a little bit about what the summertime is for Three Furies Press. What can we look forward to?
One of our authors, Frisia, has had 3 books, and they've all hit the bestseller list in the Bow Tie series. They're LGBTQ romance / erotica. 3 of them have come out, and they've all done really well, and she's going to be putting out more. And with that category, they're sort of fast releases, so it's about 2 months in between each one. Alyssa Madonna has also hit the 2nd bestseller for King Silver, which is steampunk fantasy, more fantasy than steampunk. So we're looking for, and we're like in the process of working on the next book in that series. So we're very excited about that. We did sign an author named Eric Lottie, and he is like one of my absolute favorite authors. So when we signed him, I was so excited. And Better Than Dead, I can't wait for everybody to read that one, and so I can gush on and on and on about that one. Rebecca is going to be wrapping up her Mabstall series.
Great series.
Yeah, so we're pretty excited about those. And this year's publishing schedule, last year's was kind of light. The the pandemic hit everybody, and everybody was so depressed, and writing was really hard. So the number of books we published last year wasn't as big, but the ones we published this year and the year before that, 2020, kind of makes up for it. So we average about 20 books a year. We've got over 60 publications out there. I want to hit 100 soon. I really do. I can't wait till we have 100 books under our belt.
That's the benchmark, right? That's
Yeah.
the piece de resistance. So in pursuing that, how deep into the future are you? If somebody was to query you about being a part of Three Furies Press, what would they be looking at down the road? Would you be able to fit them into a schedule here within the next couple of years, or are they looking?
Oh yeah, gosh, we're so much faster than that. It's about 6 to 8 months from submission to publication, and that kind of depends on our schedule.
Right.
The schedule to get on. Well, this year's full, and we're starting to fill up the beginning of next year. Mm-hmm. So if you submit at the same time as a lot of other people, it's kind of dependent on that. But once we have it done, it's 6 to 8 months.
Mm-hmm. And you're looking for crime fiction, so crime fiction people out there, get on it. Let's get some more in there.
Well, I will have the caveat that if it's too gory, too gruesome, too much special victims unit, I'm going to pass on that. There's kind of a threshold to what I'm willing to work on.
Right.
See, I write lighthearted crime fiction, so yes. I think it all should be like that. Give me the laughs, give me some fun times with it.
I'm kind of in the middle there.
Meeting people is extremely overrated. Why does it seem like everybody has this fairy tale romance novel type of story about how they met their one true love? If there ever is such a thing, who says it has to be a person? Couldn't your one true love be pizza or old movies? Can your one true love be yourself? I remember that day. The day I, Jack Casey, catapulted to a celebrity status. The day the public became enthralled with anything and everything about me. How could I forget it? It's the day that remains my defining moment, not just as a famous serial killer, but as a human being. It's the day I lost respect for all of you, and now had nothing but utter contempt for the world. Listen, I'd already done the world a few favors, but it wasn't until that day, the day that I decided to get even with Detective Street, that I could no longer go into public places or walk the streets with any regularity. Did you ever think this is how it all ends?
I think a little.
Yours doesn't go anywhere near my threshold, so you're good.
All right, good. I'm glad I'm still in there, so that's good.
And I like your writing style, so keep going.
Thank you. I appreciate that. That's very nice of you to say. I love yours too, and I love this company. You know, is there a philosophy that you have about Three Furies Press? Is there something you can point to that goes, this is what we are, who we are?
So as I mentioned before, we work a lot with first-time authors in developing their voice. So we have authors from 4 or 5 different countries who work with us, and each one brings their own thing to it. So that's kind of what we focus on is keeping that. The other big thing is we want to have fun. Rebecca and I want to have fun doing this job.
Yeah. Don't want to make it seem like work.
Right.
Oh, Chuck. There you are, doing what you always done. playing the hero, catching the perp. Good on you. Why are you giving that all up? Why are you running for mayor? And of Los Angeles of all towns. I hate to tell you this, but not even you can fix this crap hole. Is it because you want to show your wife that you are a bigger man than she is? Oh, Janie. Yeah, you're one badass bitch, alright. But you know what? She looks better sprawled out on my floor. Don't worry, Chuck. I'll take good care of her while you're out there campaigning. Oh, we will see each other soon, I assure you. Good luck, Mayor. I'm Jack Casey, and I approve this nightmare. Oops, I mean message.
We are so much more versatile because we don't have this massive machine behind us that's simply cranking forward in the same direction. We're like those little TIE fighters, right? We can zip in and out and get things done and focus on this thing. And if that doesn't work, we'll try this. And so we have the flexibility to try things, to look at authors who aren't getting voices in the traditional press. We're gonna have fun and take care of each other.